Welcome back, all. It is week 2, Top Tier Racing League open set street stocks, followed by the pro late models, and close out the night with the 358 modifieds. Tonight it is again week 2. We do have cars out on the track qualifying. We will follow along. Chris Cox in the 515 at the top of the board. These are open set street stocks. You can see the difference in setups. Look at the front end of that 515 compared to the 213. That car's leaning over on that left side there. So different strategy in setups. Ryan Stillwell in the 09 at the top of the board with a 16-3-1-6. 16316 for the number 9 of Ryan Stillwell. Anthony Vitale Jr. out on track in the 21 machine. He's currently 4th quick. Gears Unlimited, Billy Roberts just wrapping up. He'll end up 5th quick. Jake Henry in the 171 out on track. Coming for his first time lap. Going into turns 3 and 4. Coming off 4. 171 dash for the line. 7th quick. 16-6-5-9. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 machine out on track. Looks like this will be the last car to qualify. Coming off at turn 4, looking for the flag stand. 16-5-42 for Jake Henry in the 171. Kelly Wheeler up to 3rd quick. 16-4-1-2 for the 11 machine. Grant Wesley just jumping into the server in that 88 machine. Driver out of Evansville, Indiana. Coming for his first time lap. Top of the board, 16-182 quick time for the driver out of Evansville, Indiana. That is Grant Wesley in the 88 machine. Puts him at the top of the board. Ryan Stillwell, P2. Michael Vitale, 3. Kelly Wheeler in P4. Chris Cox round out your field of your top 5. So Grant Wesley shows up to the server late, dives in late to qualifying, puts that 88 machine on the pole for heat number 1. Again, welcome, Top Tier Racing League. This is by invite only, so if you do receive an invite from these gentlemen, highly recommend that you accept that invite. Looks like Logan Herbert tried to get in and was not in time. Here comes the 611. This is Logan Herbert in the 611. Let's see how Logan can cut into that 88 time. A lot of these drivers may not be used to the street stock so much. Tenth quick for Logan with an 18-139. Looks like he has his hands full with that 611 car. That was the Tight Lines Apparel qualifying event. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family. From women's to men's and youth sizes, family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors and everything is custom made to order from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all of your fishing apparel needs. Act now and use code SIMRACINGSHIP for free shipping on your order. That's SIMRACINGSHIP for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook, Instagram, and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. Heat 1 is on the grid. Let's take a look at what that lineup looks like. Grant Wesley on the inside of row number 1 with Ryan Stillwell to his outside. Michael Vitale, Kelly Wheeler in row 2. Chris Cox, Anthony Vitale Jr. in 3. Jake Henry, Billy Roberts in 4. Eddie Neal and Logan Herbert round out your field of 10 drivers. Grant Wesley will start on that inside row. Again, you can look at the difference of the setups of these cars. Some of them are similar. However, some have totally different setups in them. This is all open setup racing. Heat 1, 12 laps. Pace truck is making its way to pit road, leaving the field to the 88 of Grant Wesley. Coming off of turn 4, restart is on the leader. Great start by Wesley. He's going to dive to the bottom as the 09. That is Ryan Stillwell gets to the outside. We're 2 by 2 behind your leader. Stillwell in the 9. Vitale in the 213. Chris Cox in the 515. Trying to make his way up through the pack. Anthony Vitale Jr. in P6 in the 21. Jake Henry in the 171. Eddie Neal in the 318. Billy Roberts in the Gears Unlimited number 99. And Logan Herbert round out your field of 10 drivers. Up front, Grant Wesley pulling away from the field. We'll go on board with Grant, see what a lap around Cedar Lake feels like. You can see him kind of working that middle lane. Ryan Stillwell not far behind. Wesley current with a second gap between himself and Stillwell. Vitale now falls in line, as does Kelly Wheeler. Looks like everybody is in line, still hugging that bottom. Vitale in the 213 is the first car that's going to give that middle lane a try. The 9 moves up to mirror that line. As always, like to thank Michael Vitale for his service to our country in the United States Air Force. Michael, thank you, my brother. Grant Wesley opening up a bigger gap, 1.07 between himself and Stillwell. Stillwell a little quicker last time by. Will he have enough to close in? Working lap 7 of 12. Everyone is single file currently. Looks like the 99 of Billy Roberts got a little loose there. See if we can see what happened here. Looks like Billy Robert and Herbert get together there. Just heard that the 99 car will get the EOL. 611 car just came off the top. Grant Wesley at the front of the field. Your top 7 have not changed positions since the start. Eddie Neal up 1. Logan Herbert up 1. Billy Roberts falls back to the back of the field. Looks like we will have a green-white checker here. Lights are off on the pace truck. Pace truck will make its exit, leaving the field to the 88. That's Grant Wesley. Good restart. Looks like Stillwell got a little bit loose there at the exit of turn 4 on the restart. Michael Vitale in P3. The 11 car of Kelly Wheeler. He thought about taking a look underneath that 213, running about a half car lower. Now Vitale's going to try to get underneath the 09 of Stillwell. Grant Wesley up front, got 2 more corners to navigate for the 88 machine. Coming off of turn 4, heading towards the flag stand. Wesley, Stillwell, Vitale, Wheeler, Cox, your top 5.
Mission 22 is founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
Welcome back. We're about to go feature racing here. Warm-ups have wrapped up. My apologies for the quick break there. Wasn't anticipating a warm-up session. We'll get that down here. This is only week 2, Top Tier Racing League. Let's get your lineup for the feature. Kelly Wheeler, Michael Vitale on the front row. Ryan Stillwell, Grant Wesley in row 2. Chris Cox, Anthony Vitale Jr. in 3. Jake Henry, Eddie Neal in 4. Billy Roberts, Logan Herbert round out your field of 10 drivers. Here at the Top Tier Racing League, they do invert the top 4. That is why you see that 88 car of Grant Wesley will roll off in P4. There's the 9 of Ryan Stillwell, Grant Wesley in the 88. Chris Cox in the 515, driver out of Des Moines, Iowa. Eddie Neal in the 318. Jake Henry in the 171. Billy Roberts in the 99. And Logan Herbert in the 611 machine. So it will be Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car. Will the 88 starting on the outside? He ran the bottom pretty well as everyone moved up to the middle lane at late heat race. So will that outside work for Vitali and Wesley? We're about to see. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Kelly Wheeler in the 11 machine. Green flag is out. We are underway. Good start. Everyone gets away clean. Vitali in the 213 goes up a little bit high. That opens up the bottom. That's the 9 of Ryan Stillwell. He's still digging the bottom there. The 9 car up alongside the 213. Those two side by side as Kelly Wheeler gets a little break from the field there. Go on board with Michael Vitali now as he moves up. Not sure what happened to Stillwell. Looks like Vitali Jr. was involved in an incident. See if we can find out what happened with the 21. 21 just came down in front of the 318. That is Eddie Neal. Sends the 21 around. You can see up front, Vitali was able to get by. Let's take a look. Kelly Wheeler was at the front of the field. You can see the 09 of Stillwell and Vitali. Stillwell makes contact with the 11. The 213 splits the gap to the point. So let's see who the scoring. They will give that position back to the 11 car on lap 3 of 50. Good restart by the 11 car. Vitali and the 9 of Stillwell side by side. 2 by 2 behind them. That is the 515 of Chris Cox and the 171 of Jake Henry. We're going to go 3 wide coming off of turn 4. Grant Wesley on the extreme outside in that 88, trying to get a run off the top side. Following the 9 car, that's Ryan Stillwell. Wesley way up high with a great run off of turn 2. If he can make the pass on the 9 car, the 88 has something working up high. Up front, Kelly Wheeler currently. Michael Vitali in P2. Let's go on board with Vitali and see what it looks like. Closes down on the 11 car. Wheeler with a good run off the bottom. Vitali with a great run in. So those two running a couple of different lines. This is interesting. We're going to go side by side as Wesley is able to close that gap. Will he get a good run off the turn 4? Not enough to get in front of that 9 car. Wheeler, first car working into the wall on the high side. He'll lose ground that time by. Everyone else on the bottom, they say if you want to win, you got to go where they ain't. And he's doing that, running that high side. Got in the wall up here last time, coming off of turn 2. This is a battle for third place. That is Stillwell, Wesley, and Cox battling it out. That is your final podium position. Up front, Kelly Wheeler's able to hold off the field currently. Having open setup cars kinds of add to the complexity. The track changes, but some of these cars are set up for late race runs, so we'll see who picked the right setup for the track conditions. Chris Cox, Jake Henry in the 171, Logan Herbert battling it out with the 99 of Billy Roberts. That's the 99 of Roberts down low, 611 up high. Good run off a turn 4 for Herbert. Anthony Vitale Jr. after an EOL in the back. Eddie Neal in the 318 trying to catch up to the field. Stillwell opening up a almost second gap between himself and Vitale. Now the 9 car of Stillwell starting to put some pressure on. On lap 14 of 50. Got a long way to go. The 88 continues to run that high side. 9 car bouncing off the tires down low. Vitale moves up to block that 88 car. Into the wall once again goes the 88 of Wesley. Wesley now in 3rd position. He's going to ride that outside. Will he ride it to victory lane? We're going to see here. Is able to get to that right rear quarter of the 213. Caution comes back out. Jake Henry involved. In that 171. Going into turn 3, 611 down, washes up. Gets into the side of the 171. That will push Henry into the outside fence. Billy Roberts able to get by on the inside there. Kelly Wheeler's led. Michael Vitale currently in P2. Grant Wesley now up to P3 in that final podium position. Let's see if the 88 car continues to run that high side. And if so, follow the leader type game. Who will go up there with him? He will start on the inside, however, with Chris Cox in that 515 to his outside. Lights are off on the pace truck. Billy Roberts in the 99. He's up 4 positions from the start. Currently in P5. Green flag is out. We are back underway. How long will it take Wesley to get to that outside? He has not been running the bottom. We're going to go 3 wide. That does not work typically. Chris Cox want the 21 car around in the back. Gets into the back of the 9. Into the tires and around the 21 goes. So we're getting ready for a restart on lap 21 of 50. Lights are off. We are 2 by 2 here. Pace truck will exit, leaving the field to the 11 car. That is Kelly Wheeler on the inside of row number 1. That 88 of Grant Wesley is the final car in a podium position. The 515 of Chris Cox on his outside. Chris Cox looking for a podium finish. Will Wesley be able to get by the 213 of Vitale? Vitale on the high side. Chris Cox right on the rear bumper of Grant Wesley. We'll look back from Wesley as he battles it out with Chris Cox. Chris Cox is able to make the pass. That is Billy Roberts behind him. Wesley back on a comfortable place. That's that high outside. Great run off of turn 2. He passed Vitale and Chris Cox. Wesley sets his sight on the lead here. On lap 24 of 50, can he close the deal? We've seen him scrape that wall on that high side a couple times. That driver from Evansville, Indiana in the 88 machine takes over the lead on lap 24 of 50. Put Grant Wesley on the point. Kelly Wheeler falls back to P2. If the cars weren't running the high side, I almost guarantee you they will be now as they all chase that 88 car. Chris Cox side by side with Vitale. Cox down low, 213 of Vitale up high, coming off of turn 2. No room for Cox on the high side. The 213 gets a little bit loose, has to cut down. That gives that high side to the 515. Billy Roberts closing in on Chris Cox now. Chris Cox looking for that final podium position in the 515, currently held by the 213 of Michael Vitale. Chris Cox on the bottom side. Looks like the 21 and the 99 make a little bit of contact. That's Billy Roberts and Anthony Vitale Jr. running right behind this pack. Your pole sitter, the 09, or not your pole sitter, my apologies, the 09 of Stillwell, currently running in P7. Contact! The 21 comes up in front of the 99, gets into Billy Roberts, and collects the 9 car. There is the 21 and the 99. 21 dives it down low. That is Anthony Vitale Jr. Drives a 358 modified in real life. Makes contact with Roberts. Roberts locks up the brake. See the hood of the 09 flapping around. Grant Wesley will get lane choice as your leader. I'm hearing on the radio that he may take that outside. '21 car receives an EOL on lap 31 of 50. We're getting down there. Grant Wesley on the outside, Kelly Wheeler on the inside of row number 1. Chris Cox currently in 3rd position. He's on the inside of row number 2 with the Anthony Vitale, or Michael Vitale, to his outside. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Great start by your leader. That is Wesley. Everyone else going up high now. The 09 and the 171, they're battling it out on the bottom side. Chris Cox goes down low. Will Vitali now be able to make a pass on the outside? He's looking for that final podium position. Now the 171 of Jake Henry shows up in the picture. Chris Cox looking underneath the 11 car. Slide job coming, a little bit of contact there. They make contact. Cox able to hang on to it in the 515. That gives Grant Wesley a second and almost a half lead over second place. That is Chris Cox. What will Chris Cox do now that he's in P2? Anthony Vitali Jr., Michael Vitali, my apologies, moves up to P3, followed by Kelly Wheeler on lap 34 of 50. Grant Wesley opening up a lead over a second and a half now. The 88 car finds that high side, found a groove up high. That may have been your leader. We will have to take a look. I'm hearing Chris Cox. 88 car up front. Chris Cox battling it out with the 213. Oh, Chris Cox gets tight and holds up in front of. Looks like that front right tire of the 515's in bad shape. Thought it was Wesley. It was Chris Cox. That will move the 11 car of Kelly Wheeler back into a podium position. Lights are off on the pace truck. We will double it up once again. Wesley, Vitali, Roberts, Wheeler, or Wheeler, Roberts, Henry are your top 5. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Great restart by Grant Wesley, followed by Vitali and Billy Roberts. Now Kelly Wheeler on the bottom side. See if he can't get the bottom working. There might be some grip down there late race, depending on how he set that 11 car up. He's battling it out with Billy Roberts for P3. That is the final podium position on lap 38 of 50. Roberts pulls right up to the rear bumper of that 213 car. Good run off the top side. Tucks right up to the bumper of the 213. Oh, Vitali gets loose. Those two make contact. The 171 of Jake Henry, he's battling on the bottom side. Everyone else up high on lap 41 of 50. Billy Roberts getting into a rhythm. Michael Vitali, Grant Wesley at the front of the field opens up a 1.3 second gap between himself and second place Vitali. Billy Roberts is the third car in a podium position, as the 171 of Henry is going to battle it out with the 11 car of Kelly Wheeler. Wheeler and Stillwell on the high side. Oh, Chris Cox gets into the back of Eddie Neal, it looked like. We'll have to take a look at that. That is the 318, the red and white car. Chris Cox is right underneath you here. As the 318 slides up high, it looks like the 515 of Chris Cox getting a good run on the bottom side. Just can't slow it up. Gets into the rear bumper of the 318. Hard impact coming. Straight into the tire. That is the 515's second caution of the night. He will be DQ'd from the street stock division. We'll see him back with the pro late models coming up next. Working lap 43 of 50. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Great start by Grant Wesley. Michael Vitale in P2. Billy Roberts in the 99 car, currently in P3. However, the 171 of Jake Henry, he might have found a little grip down low as the 171 and the 99 side by side at the line on lap 45 of 50. Roberts with a good run off the top of turn 2. See these cars getting a little tight up high in turn 3 there. Up front, Grant Wesley checking out on the field again. Almost a second gap between himself and Michael Vitale. Billy Roberts in P3. The 88 car driver out of Evansville, Indiana, has a groove going on the high side. 1.25 second gap between himself and Vitale. Coming to 2 to go here. Looks like the race is going to be for that final podium position. That is Billy Roberts in the 99 to 171 of Jake Henry. Henry on the bottom side, Roberts up high. Coming to 1 to go. Wesley will take the white flag. Michael Vitale in P2. Can Wesley get through 2 more corners? Wesley, Vitale at the line. Billy Roberts edges out Jake Henry. Your top 3, Wesley Vitale, Billy Roberts, Jake Henry, Stillwell. Round out your top 5. We will get a word with those drivers here momentarily. As the fireworks go off, we will take a look back at your race as we get a word with your top 3. Billy Roberts in that 99 car moves up 6 positions from his start. We will get a word with him here momentarily. Waiting for Billy Roberts to get up into the booth. Don't see anybody in the booth just yet, Maybe we can find them here. Don't see anybody in the booth yet. In the waiting room, my apologies. There is Michael Vitale in the 213. So we'll get a word with the 213 here real quick. Michael Vitale starts outside of pole, finishes outside of pole. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, good run by the 213. Street stocks, it took a while to get them going, but man, once they got going, what an exciting race. That 88 found the outside early and kind of stuck with it, man. Walk us through your night.
Well, I started off on the bottom there. There was a lot of traction, obviously, early in the race on the bottom. I seen Grant move up to the top, and he was preferring the outside line on the restarts. I knew he found something. I tried to get up there with him, but I didn't find what he found. But I was able to maintain it up there and stay out of trouble. So it was a good run.
Yeah, man, as always, thank you for your service. First of all, the 213 looked good on the podium tonight, my brother. Who do you want to thank for your drive to podium finish?
Well, I want to thank my wife first for letting me do this. Billy at Gears Unlimited, all the guys back at Murano Racing, Top Tier, yourself for putting this on for us, Joe. We really appreciate that. And for these drivers coming in and giving us an opportunity.
Yeah, man, great run by the 213. What's your outlook on the pro late models?
I usually run a little better in the pros than I do the street stock, so I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah, man, you
But,
got that.
my
Go ahead.
My specialty is those big blocks, so I'm hoping to have a little luck in the big blocks tonight.
Yeah, man. Best of luck. Hope I talk to you.
All right, Joe. You take care.
All right, man. Billy Roberts in the 99 machine. He is the biggest mover of the night. He moves up 6 positions from his start. Billy, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, good run. I heard you during the race say that's about as fun as it gets in street stocks there. Great run by the 99, man. Walk us through your night.
Man, I did, Joe. I thought I was going to struggle this, but it came on about mid race and it just started going forward. And it was, we were laughing so hard in Discord at each other, but it was just a good, I hope it was a good TV show for you, though. What do you think of that?
Yeah, man. So it started out kind of rough, right? We were following Grant Wesley. The 88 car found that top side early, and the racing turned into be a pretty darn good show. You guys, you looked like you were having fun. There weren't a ton of cautions, man. I think, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Also, I hope everyone watching enjoyed it. Do you think you had anything for the top two?
Oh, I could have maybe got around Mikey with earlier, but then the car just started fading, and I had nothing for Grant. No, heck no. But congratulations on Grant's win. He's a great racer. Mikey too, even though he cut me off, but that's okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man, we actually took a real good photo or during the broadcast of the 99 car about tucked up underneath the rear bumper of that 213. So that was a cool shot, man. You were getting a good run, and I can't remember if it was off of 2 or 4. I think it was 2. And you pulled right up under that rear bumper, man. So you were giving him all he wanted.
Yes, it was a blast. I hope the next race goes just as good, though.
Yeah, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Oh, I'd like to thank Mike Vitale and Jake and Junior and Eddie, Gears Unlimited, Top Tier, you for always for putting it on, and all the other guys, Grant and all the other guys and Ryan that are racing with us. It's just I hope this turns out to be a fun league and everybody enjoys it and they leave here smiling every night. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Man, you took the ride with our league from the beginning, and it was rough going in the beginning, but anything worthwhile gets a following, and I feel that's coming. It just takes a while to get going, and pretty soon this track will be full of top tier drivers.
I hope so.
Yeah, man, it will. All right, my brother, what's your outlook for the pro late models?
Well, if we get through the big blocks good, I think I have something in the pro late models. I don't know if I have anything for Grant and Ryan or Chris or them guys, but I think we can finish in top 5. I hope that's a goal.
All right, man. Best of luck. Hope to talk to you again.
You too, Joe. Thank
All
you.
right, man. Yes, sir. Grant Wesley in that 88 machine. He showed up late, just made it to qualifying. Grant, this is Joe. You got me?
Woo! Yeah, I got you.
Man, you were on the high side early. I saw you up there and started following you early. You moved up 3 positions from your start. No one else found that high side, but man, that 88 was moving along on the high side, man. Walk us through your night.
So first off, thanks to Ryan Stillwell for hooking me up with the setup. My teammate, man, can't ask for a better teammate than that. But yeah, the car was wicked fast on the bottom. In qualifying in the heat race, that's where I had all my speed. And I started the feature on the outside, or I started on the inside. I was on the outside, and I got shuffled back a little bit. And I was like, man, I'm just in the wrong place. I keep being in the wrong place. I was like, I'll just let the track kind of come to me a little bit, and I felt like my car was going to be faster on the bottom, but I was like, you know what? I like this track, and I feel like the top's going to come in here. So I just put it up top and never lifted, and man, she stuck.
Yeah, man, if you watch the broadcast, we actually watched you move up through the field. And as soon as you made it to the front of the field, it was follow the leader on the high side. That 88 looked super sharp up front, out front tonight. Who'd you like to thank for your drive to victory lane?
Yeah, so, as always, Joe, thanks for putting the broadcast on. I'd like to thank Years Unlimited here for sponsoring the Street Stock Series winner. And I'd also like to thank Tight Lines Apparel for the $5 Pole Award. Greatly appreciated. I'd like to thank the admin crew here. I mean, you don't get that anywhere, any other league hardly that you run in. Just having those guys making the call on the fly is just awesome. I'd like to thank my teammates with Animal Racing, my friends and family for watching, and my girlfriend Brittany.
Yeah, man. So I forgot to mention that. Did you get in here late? You went out qualifying late.
Yeah, so I literally came through the door from work, and I had 1 minute left to hit that green little wheel to register, and I was coming through as qualifying was starting, and I was just getting things situated, and I barely had enough time to get a queue run in.
Well, it's a good thing that you were the quick time for tonight because it didn't take you long to get around the track, man. What's your outlook for the pro late models? Sorry about that.
So Cedar Lake, just in general, is one of my better tracks. I think we got the big block modifieds next. So big block modifieds and the pros, I expect a pretty good run. I just got to keep it out of trouble.
Yeah, it is the big blocks next. My apology. So you think you're going to be as stout in both?
I hope so. I sure hope so.
All right, man. Hope to talk to you again. Congratulations on your victory.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is week 2 at Cedar Lake. My apologies for getting the races mixed up. We got the big blocks coming up next. And while we take a break real quick and get to that, we will be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not all, so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. And what we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now. History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
You know, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money, and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
Welcome back. We are back at Cedar Lake. The modifieds out on the track. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit here. We saw the street stocks put on a great show, following along with the 171. That is Jake Henry, Eddie Neal in the 318, and currently with your quick time with a 13.370. 13.360. Practice has ended. We're getting ready to go. Qualifying, we will follow along as the cars come out on the track tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Top Tier Racing League, invitation only, so if you receive an invite from these gentlemen, please do not hesitate to accept that. Street stock winner, the 88 car of Grant Wesley, out on track. See if he can carry over that momentum from the street stock race. He found that outside, as you heard during his interview, by accident, but it was the place to be in that 88. As he moved up through the field, first lap, 13.693 for Wesley. Michael Vitale Jr. in the 213, MP2 13.701. Eddie Neal, he was the quickest in practice in that 318 car, coming off at turn 4. Top of the board, 13.531 for Eddie Neal. Anthony Vitale Jr. in the 21. He knows these cars well as he drives the 358 modified in real life. He's 9th quick, 13.739. Kelly Wheeler in the 11. 6th quick for Kelly. Jake Henry in the 171, wrapping up 3rd quick. Logan Herbert in the 611 into the fence. So it looks like that will do it for qualifying. He'll give it another go in the 611. First lap, 3rd quick for Logue, 13.550. That will wrap up qualifying for tonight. As we are preparing to go heat racing here at Cedar Lake. The quick time qualifier, Eddie Neal, brought to you by Tight Lines Race Apparel. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family, from women's to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors, and everything is custom made to order, from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all of your fishing apparel needs. Act now. Use code SIMRACINGSHIP for free shipping on your order. That's SIMRACINGSHIP for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram, and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. Heat 1 is on the grid. Eddie Neal on the front row with Ryan Stillwell to his outside. Logan Herbert is in row number 2 with Jake Henry. Grant Wesley in 3 with Michael Vitale to his outside. Kelly Wheeler and Chris Cox are in row number 4. Billy Roberts, Anthony Vitale Jr. round out your field of 10 drivers. Eddie Neal, quickest in practice, and he gets tonight's quick time. Getting ready for a 12-lap heat race. Animal Racing's Ryan Stillwell on the outside of the front row. Stillwell's been quick all night. Ran into some bad luck in the earlier race, so we'll see if he can put it together in that 09 machine. On the outside of that front row, outside of Eddie Neal. We saw the bottom side work early. We'll see if that is still the line chosen by these drivers. As the pace truck is off, and we are underway. Great jump on the outside by Ryan Stillwell. We're going to go 3 wide off of turn 2. Beating and banging, that is Logan Herbert and Eddie Neal. Neal falls back, makes contact with the 88. Neal into the infield. So a lot of action early. Not real sure what happened. Let's take a look as the initial start was kind of rough, and it started right there. That is Herbert down low, comes up, makes contact with Neal. The two make contact one more time. The 171 finishes off. 213 makes contact. Chain reaction behind Eddie Neal. So this race did not start how he wanted. We can see somebody, that's the 21. EOL going to the 171. So Eddie Neal, I'm hearing, will get his position back. The 09 of Stillwell with a great run off that top side. Eddie Neal will take the inside line. I'm surprised. Neal will take the inside. Ryan Stillwell will start on the outside of that front row, and he got a great jump on the initial start. Vitaly, Neal, Stillwell, Herbert. Green flag is out. Another great run on the top side coming from Stillwell. Eddie Neal able to cover the bottom. Stillwell cannot clear. Neal to the point, followed by Stillwell and Logan Herbert in that 611 machine as the cars bounce through 1 and 2. Grant Wesley up to P4, followed by Michael Vitale, Chris Cox, Billy Roberts. The 88 gets shuffled to the outside. Not sure what happened there, but it worked out for him. Put the 88 in that final podium position. Grant Wesley, the driver out of Evansville. We've seen this song and dance before as he is trying to move towards the front. That is his teammate, Animal Racing driver Stillwell and Wesley running 2 and 3. Neal gets a rhythm down on that bottom side in the 318. He is holding the lead over the 9 car of Stillwell. Wesley in P2. Logan Herbert in the 611. He's trying to make a pass. I'm wondering how long it'll take that 88 car to find the top side again, even though he didn't think he wanted to run there. That's where he ended up. Let's take you for a ride around Cedar Lake. This is only Heat 1. We have a whole feature to go. It is Eddie Neal at the front of the field currently in that 318. Takes the white flag, 1 to go, running the bottom side. Stillwell in P2. His teammate Grant Wesley in P3. Now Logan Herbert finding the high side in 1 and 2. Dives down low in 3 and 4. Coming off of turn 4, it will be Wesley, Herbert, and Roberts are 3, 4, and 5. I think we will have a 2-minute break. So at the conclusion of this, we will take a quick break. We will be right back.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time. 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far. I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you, and I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. has taught me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
Welcome back. We're about to grid for your feature in the modifieds here at Top Tier Racing League. Big shout out to the sponsors: Gears Unlimited, Vitale Motorsports, A&J Landscaping, Tight Lines Apparel, and Top Tier Race Control that make this race possible for you, the fans, and the drivers out there. Greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're about to go feature racing. Logan Herbert, Grant Wesley on the front row, Ryan Stillwell, Eddie Neal in row 2, Billy Roberts, and Michael Vitale in row number 3. Anthony Vitale Jr., Chris Cox in 4. Jake Henry and Kelly Wheeler are in row number 5. Again, the top 4 are inverted from their starting positions. Waiting for Ryan Stillwell to grid, and there is the 09, so made it back into the server. Logan Herbert at the front of the field in that 611. He's got the 88 to his outside. You can see the track starting to wear a little bit there. That band right around the middle there. So that leaves a bottom and a top left. We got 50 laps to go here. Green flag is out. We're underway. Logan Herbert with a good run. He's going to slide up. Doesn't quite go to the top. Grant Wesley in P2 in that 88 machine. Those two break away from the field, the 318 of Eddie Neal and Ryan Stillwell. They're going to battle it out side by side on lap 2 of 50. Looks like Grant Wesley took a look underneath that 611. Both running a similar line. We're about to get nose to tail as the drivers may just ride here for a few laps. Eddie Neal in P3, Ryan Stillwell in the 09 in P4, Billy Roberts back up to P5 in the Gears Unlimited 99, the 213 Vitale Motorsports driver, Michael Vitale up to P6, followed by Anthony Vitale Jr. Those two are brothers. Jake Henry in the 171, he's up to P8. Chris Cox and Kelly Wheeler battling it out in the back of the field. Now Herbert starting to open up a gap between himself and Wesley. Wesley coming under attack. That is the 318 of Eddie Neal. He's been quick all night with your quick time tonight, and he was fastest in early practice. Gets into that outside wall a little bit on the turn 4 exit. Ryan Stillwell, Billy Roberts. Go on board with Billy Roberts as he, you can see him. Car a little bit tight on entry there. Here I'm working the throttle inside that 99 machine as he pulls up to the rear bumper of the 9. Now it is Ryan Stillwell chasing down the 318. We'll look back from Eddie Neal. That is the 9 car. On the throttle, off the throttle. 9 car closing in ever so close on that bottom side. We got a battle in the back. Chris Cox battling it out with the 213 of Michael Vitale. Both of those drivers closing in on the 171 of Jake Henry. Up front, Herbert. We'll take a look back from Herbert and see how the 88 car is doing as he slides up ever so close to that outside wall. Looking back at Stillwell and Billy Roberts as they battle it out side by side. Stillwell able to pull in front of the 99. Billy Roberts raced back in Missouri at one time. Talked about a track that I'm familiar with outside of Warrensburg, Missouri, where my wife and I were married 35 years ago, coming up on 36. Logan Herbert setting sail. Grant Wesley trying to not let him get far. He has not been very successful yet in that 88 machine. Caution does come out. Looks like Kelly Wheeler may have been involved in an incident, running all by himself in that 11 machine. Just pulls off into the infield. So that 11 car will go to the back of the field. Here in the 21 of Vitale Jr. receiving an EOL. Let's take a look here. I did not see any. Looks like the 21 just got super loose into the outside wall. Goes into 1 and 2, over rotates into the infield. Goes the 21 machine. Green flag is back out. We are underway. That is Logan Herbert on the bottom side. Grant Wesley on the top side. Good run by Wesley off the top. 6'11 covers, slide job. He runs up high. Animal Racing drivers in P2 and 3. We'll go on board with Grant Wesley in that 88. You can hear him working the throttle. He dives down low. Billy Roberts in P4, followed by Eddie Neal. Michael Vitale, your top two. Breaking away from the field a little bit. Logan Herbert with a great run. Grant Wesley in P2. Slide job up high, trying to dime in the corner. His teammate Ryan Stillwell right behind him in the 09. Stillwell rolling the bottom a little better than his teammate. Looks like he goes high in 1 and 2. Let's see what he does in 3 and 4. Trying to close up on that 88 machine. There are your top three. That is Stillwell, Wesley, Herbert on lap 30 of 50. .213 of Vitale currently running in P6. That is Chris Cox behind him in that 515, battling it out with Anthony Vitale Jr. Anthony Vitale Jr. on the bottom side. Chris Cox on the high side. Michael Vitale in the 213. Eddie Neal in the 318 has fallen off the lead a little bit. Billy Roberts in the 99. He's up to P4. That is Ryan Stillwell in front of him on lap 35 of 50. So we're getting down there. Can Roberts close that gap? Logan Herbert with over a second gap between himself and the 88 of Grant Wesley. Last time by, Roberts a little quicker than Ryan Stillwell, so we'll see how that plays out. Let's check it this time by. Stillwell quicker that time by. Now the 09, the last few laps, he is quicker than that 99 car. So Stillwell able to pull away from the 99 after falling back in the grasps of Billy Roberts. Grant Wesley, Logan Herbert up front. Wesley quicker last time by. Let's check at the line this time by. Once again, just a tick quicker is Grant Wesley currently running in P2. A 14.091 to a 14.113. This time by Logan Herbert a little quicker than Wesley. So those two are maintaining a steady gap between the two. Eddie Neal in P5. Michael Vitale. Everyone else nose to tail behind your leaders. Working lap 42 of 50, now 43. Watching the times here, Herbert and Wesley, one lap, one will be quicker, next lap the other. So they are not gaining or losing ground. Wesley quicker that time by. On lap 45 of 50. Wesley that last time by was quickest. Grant Wesley, Ryan Stillwell. Now your top two are in a groove, focused on their lines, pulling away from the 09. Billy Roberts in the 99. He's in P4 behind Wesley. Eddie Neal in the 5 cars in P5. Michael Vitale in P6. Anthony Vitale. So the two brothers going at it. Anthony in P7, followed by Chris Cox. Jake Henry and Kelly Wheeler are done for the night as Logan Herbert comes with 2 to go. Started from the pole. Your top 3 have not changed positions. White flag is up. 1 to go for Logan Herbert, followed by Wesley and Stillwell. Nobody around any of these drivers. Logan Herbert coming off of turn 4, looking for the checkered flag. Herbert, Wesley, Stillwell. Billy Roberts will finish P4. Eddie Neal will round out your top 5. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Animal Racing takes the P2 and P3. We'll get a word with Ryan Stillwell once he gets his podium picture done here.
I got you.
In that 09 machine, walk us through your night.
Pretty solid night. Car felt pretty solid. Could take it anywhere. The driver made a few mistakes to lose a little bit of time, but really I could punt it anywhere. And I was trying to find something for my teammate Grant Wesley to go chase him down for the win, but ultimately just couldn't. So.
Yeah, man, it seems like we got single file kind of early. I'm not used to that at Cedar Lake, but I suppose it can happen. It's a longer race. Man, the setups and Animal Racing putting on a show tonight, my friend. Do you think you had anything for Wesley? Did we need some cautions? What's your take on it?
Me and Grant were on the same setup. We were on the same setup in street stocks, and you saw what he did to me there. Just poor decision making on my part tonight. Most of the time, and I can run with him, but man, he does not make any mistakes, and he's flawless, and so is Logan. So I don't think I had anything for him.
Yeah, man, great run by that 09 tonight. Who would you like to thank for your podium finish?
Animal Racing, all my teammates there, Grant, Zane, Rick, and Vicious Graphics for making a heck of a wrap, and Checkers Wreckers, BW Sports 1, they've been with me for a long, long time. Good friends. Billy and all the guys here and all the guys at Top Tier for putting on a great series and putting on a great show for us and letting us have fun and show what we got.
Yeah, man, great run by you. What's your outlook for the pro late models?
Man, I always struggle here for some strange reason, but I know our pro set, we ran it last week. Grant didn't get to run that one, so I know I have time on the set versus him, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't straight to my liking, but we made some changes, and I think it should be pretty good.
All right, man. Where are you from originally?
Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas. I'll have to remember that. There's an Air Force base there, so I should not forget that, man. Great run by the 09 tonight, and greatly appreciated. Hope to talk to you again.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Grant Wesley in the 88 machine, another Animal Racing driver. He puts the 88 back on the podium after a great street stock race. Grant, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep, I got you, Joe.
Man, we kind of got a long run of green flags there. We were following the times, the front of the pack. One lap, Logan would be faster. Next lap, you were faster, but never enough to really close that gap, man. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, I kind of felt like me and Logan were pretty evenly matched there, and I was just searching. I'm never content just to ride in second. Especially I didn't really have any pressure there behind, so I'd try something every once in a while, and I'd be like, well, that didn't work, and I'd just go back to the drawing board. But no, congratulations to Logan on that win. He well deserved it. Otherwise, yeah, my night in the big block modifieds, I couldn't really ask for much more. Pretty flawless.
Yeah, man, we were talking to Ryan there for a moment, and it kind of turned into like a big track, nose to tail, kind of spread out at the front. 50 lap race went by super quick, so great job by all the drivers, man. What do you think you needed to do to get by Logan, or could you have?
Like I said, I feel like we were pretty evenly matched. So I probably needed a handful of late race restarts to, try to just work him over and try to get him to make a mistake, get him off his rhythm. Once he got going there, he wasn't really missing his mark. So that's what I needed.
Yeah, man, two flawless drivers at the front of the field. That usually ends just where they started, and that's what you guys did with him P1, you P2. Who would you like to thank for your second podium of the night?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Joe, as always, for doing an awesome broadcast. Can't wait to watch this one later. I'd like to thank, just go through all the sponsors here: A&J Landscaping, Gears Unlimited, Vitali Motorsports, and Tightline Apparels, and everybody that helps support this league. It's such an awesome place to run, and especially to the drivers that make racing here so much fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thank my friends and family for watching, my teammates with Animal Racing, Ryan, and my girlfriend Brittany.
Yeah, man. So Ryan said it seems that you have the upper hand here with these pro late models coming up. Said the setup you guys ran earlier, man. What are you looking for in the pro late models?
I'm looking for a slick track. I'm looking for it to go top side. Generally pretty good around this place once it slicks off. So hopefully I have a clean heat race and I can get a good starting spot for the feature and let a few laps tick off and then go to the top side.
Yeah, man. Do you guys make your own setups?
Yeah, we work on them.
Right on, man. Great run by the 88, second podium of the night, man. Hopefully we talk to you again tonight.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, man. I do not see Logan Herbert in the waiting room, so I suppose we will not get. Let's see if we can find him here. Do not see Logan, so we will not get a word with your winner in that 611 of Logan Herbert. But he gets it done in the modifieds, getting ready to take on Cedar Lake in the pro late model. So we will take a quick break, and we will be right back.
I'm Chris Jackamick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important. But I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text, actually, from my stepmom. It's like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates, and she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day, 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I've not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired, a little over a year ago, I set forth, was like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. Physically, I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. Every day he pushes it. From the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life, it was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So you know that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it got transformed into Lo and Behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service, but at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Oh my gosh, everybody. I am so excited. My heart's pumping. My hands are sweaty. Please welcome our very own Director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir. Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña. Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza. From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio. From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy. Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle. And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Velarde, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jacksomek. Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Whew.
What? He did
All right.
big things back in the day. He's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're gonna take care of each other. We've got each other. And it gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's gonna help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's gonna save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light. in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced. It hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have zero experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
why I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling? We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. Riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. Who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're gonna go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property, that we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people.
Obstacles. I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. We are back with the Pro Late Models back here at Cedar Lake as we get set up. Jake Henry into 171 at the top of the board with a 13,478 in that 171, right? Chris Cox, MP2, 515 machine, the driver out of Des Moines, Iowa, in P2. Grant Wesley stays hot in practice here. Big wreck on the back stretch here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're about to get to our nightcap. These are the Open Setup Pro late models. As we are getting ready to go qualifying here, we will follow the first car out on the track, which is Logan Herbert, the winner of the modified division in the 611 machine. Logan Herbert coming off of turn number 4. Chris Cox at the top of the board in that 515. Billy Roberts now takes over the front spot with a 13,155. Michael Vitale in P2. Billy Roberts in the 99 machine getting it done. Shuts it down with the quick time of 13,117. See if we can't get a word with Billy Roberts here real quick. See if we can get Billy Roberts in here with us. not having any success in doing so. There we go. We will move Billy Roberts to the broadcast booth. Billy, this is Joe. Billy, this is Joe. You got me? Man, that looked good from up there. Jake Henry just took over your pole. How is the track feeling? Yeah, man. So getting ready to go heat racing. What are you looking for? Yeah, man. What did you run in real life?
I've ran dirt modifieds, asphalt modifieds, and ran some legend stuff like in dwarf car stuff like what you're running.
That's awesome, man. Second, you're starting on the outside. Great luck, my friend.
All right.
There you go.
Put
That
on a
was
good show.
That was Billy Roberts, the driver of the 99 machine. He will start on the outside of row number 1 as we get ready to go heat racing here. Clock is winding down. It is Jake Henry in the 171 machine. See if we can get Billy Roberts back to where he needs to be. Qualifying has wound up. It is Jake Henry in the 171 on the pole with Billy Roberts. We heard from Billy earlier on the outside, followed by Grant Wesley, Michael Vitale in row number 2, Chris Cox, Ryan Stillwell in 3, Logan Herbert, Eddie Neal in row number 4, followed by Anthony Vitale Jr. and Kelly Wheeler are your 10 drivers that will take to heat number 1. Again, that 171 will start on the inside of row number 1. We're still waiting on Logan Herbert in the 611. We're just hearing over the mic that there may be a little wager between the 171 and the 99 on that front row. So they're going to have 12 laps to settle that as we ride along in heat number 1. Still waiting on the 611. That is Logan Herbert, waiting for him to take to the grid. Maybe we can get a word real quick with that Jason Henry in the on the pole. Jay, this is Joe. You got me?
I copy, Joe.
Man, great run on that front row. What are you looking for here?
Hopefully I can keep my nose clean and keep it out front here.
Man, did I hear there possibly may be a wager between the 171 and the 99?
There may be.
Cannot confirm nor deny. Man, great run by the 171. You're on the pole, man. You got a clear track in front of you. Go out there and take care of your business, sir.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, man. That is the 171 of Jake Henry. We will try to get him back to, if we can find out where... They will start on the front row, Jake Henry and Billy Roberts. We'll see how this plays out. We have never heard of a live wager. Not that betting and gambling is supported by us, but kind of cool. So pace truck is coming off of turn number 2. He's got 2 more corners to go through. That will leave the field to the 171. Got 12 laps to get it done. Gears unlimited on both of those cars on the front row. Green flag is out. We are piled up. That didn't play out well at all. We will line them back up and try again. We are not sure what happened there, but that was not a great start. You see cars trying to get caught up. So we will line it up and try once again. That is Jake Henry on the inside of the 99. That is Billy Roberts. 88 and the 213 in row number 2. No EOLs given. Caution is still out. Field will have to wait for the pace car to catch up. We're hearing from race control. Pace truck has caught the field. We still have, we're showing lap 4, but I don't think we made any laps yet. Not sure where the 318 is. He's in the back of the field. I believe that is the all black machine. Getting ready to try it once again. Here we go. Pace truck should exit next time by. Pace truck is off. We are underway. These guys might beat the pace truck. Will they get a black flag for passing the pace truck? Grant Wesley, he dives to the bottom. He gets to the front. Wesley on the outside, the 171 of Jake Henry. He's down low. He's in front of that 99 machine. Now Chris Cox in the mix. We're going to go 2 and 3 wide. Billy Roberts into the outside wall. The 99 car gets into the outside wall. So we are not starting off. He pushed up high, puts himself into the outside wall. 99 will go to the rear of the field. He probably will go in for a quick repair. Really quick. All by himself hitting the outside wall. Race control has given him the EOL. Grant Wesley takes over the lead. So if there was indeed, not saying there was, a wager between the 171 and the 99, it looks like Jake Henry's in the driver's seat. It's like the field is trying to catch up to the pace car. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like we got a little bit of confusion here. So they are trying to get the lineup. iRacing is not cooperating real well right now. Let's get a word with Top Tier Race Control, Jaden. Jaden, this is Joe. What do you got going on?
Oh man, we are having an absolute. How do you say it without saying it with a cuss word? Yeah, it's a show down there. We can't get the pace truck to get out there. They got to jump the pace truck because the pace truck doesn't exit until turn 1, so they got to beat the pace truck out. We had to clear black flags. We had passing under yellow. It is not looking too good for our iRacing officials, but we're doing everything we can to get this cleaned up for these guys. We might have to. I have no idea what we're gonna do.
Pace truck has exit. Regardless, we're underway. Grant Wesley at the front of the field, followed by Chris Cox. Eddie Neal in that 318. Caution comes back out. Vitali Jr. and Kelly Wheeler possibly involved. 171 gets a little bit loose.
Let's check this out.
99 into the 21 there. So Billy Roberts falls to the back of the field. The 171, that was a wager that we heard about. Is that the second caution brought out by the 99? We will see what race control determines. Grant Wesley at the front of the field, followed by Chris Cox, Eddie Neal, Jake Henry. This has been a rough start to the pro late models. So we are hearing from race control that it is the 21, not the 99, that was responsible for that last caution. So the 99 still out on track. Let's take a look at the 171 of Jake Henry. He is now only a few positions in front of the 99. So that inside wager continues to battle. Green flag is out. We're back underway. It is Grant Wesley at the front of the field in that 88 machine. Great jump. Chris Cox in P2, followed by Jake Henry in the 171. We are hearing that the 88 is getting black flagged. But anyway, Grant Wesley at the front of the field in the 88 on lap 7 of 12. Chris Cox in P2, Jake Henry in P3. Where is Billy Roberts, the 99, trying to come from the back of the field? Up front, Grant Wesley battling it out with Chris Cox. We've seen these two battle it out in Friday Night Lights. They're going at it at the front of the field on lap 9 of 12. Jake Henry in P3, Eddie Neal in P4. It looks like Henry, I am not sure what happened, but the 99 up, Billy Roberts now will move up. They are side by side. You got a group of cars under a blanket. That is Billy Roberts, Eddie Neal. The 09 is involved. That's Stillwell and Anthony Vitali Jr. Vitali Jr. splits the group. Up front on lap 11 of 12, it is Grant Wesley, followed by Chris Cox. 1 lap to go. Coming off of turn 4, it will be Wesley, Cox, Henry, your top 3. Eddie Neal's going to battle it out with the 213. I am not sure. I'm showing the 213 Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. We will take.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
We are getting ready to go feature racing. I believe we will have 50 laps of the pro late models. Hopefully iRacing is squared away now as the heat race, as you heard. You followed along with us. We had all kinds of issues. Eddie Neal, Jake Henry on the front row, followed by Chris Cox and Grant Wesley. Anthony Vitale Jr., Ryan Stillwell in row number 3, Kelly Wheeler, Michael Vitale in row number 4, Billy Robertson, Logan Herbert round out your field of 10 drivers. Eddie Neal has been quick up front. Let's see if that 318 has anything for the field. The 171 of Jake Henry. See if we can't get a word with Eddie Neal real quick, if we can find him. There is Eddie Neal. Let's get him in the broadcast booth. Eddie, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, starting on the pole, what are you thinking?
Just hang on.
Man, that first race was kind of a mess, man. If you can get out front, that's the safest place to be. So, man, how are you going to get there?
I'm just going to turn left and stand on the gas.
Hammer down and turn left. Best of luck, my friend.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, man. That was your pole sitter. That is Eddie Neal. Jake Henry to the outside in the 171. Watch that 88 and the 515. They do invert the top 4. So Chris Cox is on the inside of that 88. I'm not sure the rest of the field wants the 88 on the outside, but that is where he will start. His teammate, the 09, will start right behind him on the outside of row number 3. Pace truck is exiting. Eddie Neal with a jump. They will almost beat the pace truck down the front stretch. 171 will take the lead, followed by the 88 of Wesley. That is the 318 of Neal. We go 3 wide, beating and banging. It looks like everyone will hold on to it. Now Henry on the inside, Grant Wesley on the outside. Chris Cox on the bottom, running behind the 171. Grant Wesley, when everything settles, the 88 car on the high side, followed by Jake Henry, Chris Cox Henry on the outside, Cox running on the bottom side. Anthony Vitale Jr. currently in P4. Everyone finding the high side. 50 laps, plenty of time. Michael Vitale in the 213, battling it out with Animal Racing's Ryan Stillwell for 5 and 6. Billy Robert up to a P7. And Eddie Neal in P8. Kelly Wheeler and the 611 of Logan Herbert round out your field of 10 drivers. 88 car up front. Safest place to be is the front of the field as he gets along the outside. Jake Henry in P2. Let's go on Turn It Up. Jake Henry opening up a lead in that 88 machine, or Grant Wesley, my apologies. Grant Wesley opening up a lead. Currently has a 1.3 second gap between himself and the 515 of Chris Cox. We got plenty of laps. The 21 of Anthony Vitale Jr. currently moves up to P number 3. Jake Henry in the 171. We heard that driver needs to stay in front of the 99. The 213 of Michael Vitale on the outside gets by the 171 on the back stretch. Can he make the pass? Yes, he will. Jake Henry now under attack from Ryan Stillwell. Stillwell with the slide job, crossover coming. Side by side on the back stretch. 09 up high, 171 down low. Henry will make the pass, and guess what? Billy Roberts. And that 171, our nose to tail. That's where the wager is at. Let's go on board with the 99 machine. As he tries to track down that 171. Both of those cars running on the high side on lap 15 of 50. Roberts sends it down low, gets the car to stick down there. Cannot make much progress on that 171 to his outside. Those two battling it out. Up front, Grant Wesley opening up a big lead. 1.87 seconds over Chris Cox in the 515. Grant Wesley, the quickest car that time by 13.384 to Cox's 13.6. Anthony Vitale Jr. in the 21. He's better than that 515 the last 2 laps by. Working lap 19 of 50. Grant Wesley up front all by himself. 2.5 second gap between himself and that 515. Anthony Vitale in P3, Michael Vitale in P4, Ryan Stillwell in the 09, currently in P5. Jake Henry and Billy Roberts continue to battle it out for P6 and 7. Kelly Wheeler in that 11 car in P8, the 318 in P9. Logan Herbert is not in the field, it appears, but up front, Grant Wesley leading the way on lap 23 of 50. Lap traffic coming into play here. Wesley into the outside wall. Slide job coming. He's able to make the pass on Eddie Neal. Putting the 318 one lap down. Chris Cox currently in P2. He is just over 3 seconds off of Grant Wesley. Yeah, Anthony Vitale, the quickest car. No, Ryan Stillwell, the quickest car last time by in that 09 machine. So he's trying to close in on Michael Vitale in front of him, working lap 26 of 50. Grant Wesley on a rail in that 88. He does have lap traffic to contend with. On that high side, into the outside wall goes the 88. Chris Cox in P2. Anthony Vitale Jr. battling it out with his brother, Michael Vitale, for that final podium position. Let's see who was quickest this time by. Looks like Michael was actually quicker. Will the 213 be able to close in on the 21 last time by? Anthony a tad quicker in that 21 machine. Into the outside wall. That will close the gap. The 213 of Michael Vitale. He's on the bottom side underneath his brother in the 21. Able to make the pass, crossover coming, slide job from the 21. Those two battling it out for P3 and 4. Side by side at the line, no room for a slide job. 21 car slides up high. Able to make the pass on the 213. Grant Wesley with almost a 4-second gap between himself and the 515. Chris Cox now has lap traffic to contend with. The final podium position is probably your best battle. 21 car into the outside wall on turn 3. Now Stillwell comes into play. You got the battle for the final podium position between Vitale Jr., Vitale, and Stillwell. Lap traffic in the way. Who will play this out the best? It is the 9 car into the back of Kelly Wheeler. So it is the 9 car that lap traffic plays a role. You can see the 9 car trying to dive off of turn 2. Zero 09 with an EOL. I don't think we'll go on board. We're going to try to get a word with Grant Wesley, but drivers are in a zone. Sometimes don't like to be talked to as we go around here. '88 has had a great night tonight so far. The driver out of Evansville, Indiana. As we double it up and get ready to go once again, that puts the Vitale brothers in P3 and 4 in row number 2. Green flag is out. 88 car with a great start once again. Chris Cox in P2. Michael Vitale now takes over P3. Now Billy Roberts in the mix in P4 in that 99 machine. A 171 of Jake Henry. He's back in P. The Vitale brothers get into an incident together. Let's take a look. Both of those drivers battling. The 21 up high. Billy Robert gets by. Looks like Michael got into the outside wall. No place for the 21 to go. EOL, we're hearing for both drivers. That will put them together in the back of the field. The 09 was involved. 213 went for a heck of a ride up in the fence over the berm. So, Grant Wesley, Chris Cox, Billy Roberts are your top three. Wesley will choose the outside on lap 39 of 50. Billy, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, that was something else. I'm not real sure what happened yet. iRacing kind of had some glitches, but nonetheless, you drove the 99 to a podium finish, man. Walk us through your night.
Well, I thought we was going to go on a date. We've been talking so much, Joe.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good thing. Actually, that is a good thing for that 99 machine, man.
Oh, boy, I'm telling
You know what? You and I have been partners now for coming up on a year here pretty soon, and we have talked less than we've talked tonight, my brother. Great run by the 99. Walk us through it.
Well, I don't know. The heat race. Let's start with that. My goodness, I don't know what happened there, but and then we got to the back, and then we just kind of slowly picked our way up. This was a give. This is a give me. Ryan was way faster than me. Uh, I don't know what happened to him there on the last few laps, but he got sideways or something, and I lucked into this. But all in all, it was a good race. I don't think we had but one caution, so I know we didn't have a ton of cars, but that was pretty good for a slick track and everybody to be that good. I thought we did really well.
Yeah, man, great show, and you're supposed to mentor me. It's not that they were faster than you. You were much more wise to stay out of trouble and keep that 99 up front, my brother. So, man, great run. Who do you want to thank for your podium?
All my teammates, all the guys in the league, you for putting it on, top tier for doing a great job in the race control, and Gears Unlimited, of course, it's my company, and that's about it.
Yeah, man, there's more cars out here with Gears Unlimited on them than than anybody else, man. So your support to me personally and the other drivers, man, is absolutely fantastic, man. Greatly appreciate everything that you're doing for iRacing, and man, I'm gonna pick your brain here when we go real racing, also.
That's not a problem, sir. I'll help you all I can.
Yeah, man. So great run by the 99. Congratulations.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, man. Chris Cox in the 515. He moves up one from his start. Chris, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, I do.
So, man, walk us through your night.
Well, it's pretty interesting. Didn't think I was gonna have the speed that I did. Kind of threw on a set that's probably 2 years old.
2 top 3s and a top 4, maybe.
Otherwise, just some of the scuffles that everybody had kind of helped, and I guess I just landed where I landed.
Yeah, man. So, do you think you had anything? That 88 car was on rails.
Maybe if I wouldn't have been too worried about staying off the wall towards the beginning, if I would have, I guess, just full sent it and just got it up there. I probably could have got him in lap traffic, but I was just too more worried about sticking it in the wall or sticking it in somebody else.
Yeah, man. Great run by that 515 once again. Who would you like to thank for your podium finish?
I'd like to thank MJC Desktop Fabrications. I'd like to thank Top Secret. I'd like to thank Jesse. He came in and hang out and chat with me. You guys for streaming this. Top tier for putting this on. And that'd be everybody.
Yeah, man. Great run. Hope to see you Friday night.
Yep, I'll be there.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good one.
The 88 continues his night of dominance in that 88 machine. Grant, this is Joe. You got me?
Woo, yeah, I got you.
Man, does it get any better than tonight? I'm not real sure. That was a great night for Animal Racing's number 88 machine, man. Walk us through your night.
Man, yeah, one thing, the guys with Animal Racing, they had this car hooked up. It was on rails, like you said. It was definitely fast. But, yeah, my late model race tonight went pretty good. There was a scuffle there in the heat race, and I was able to move from third up to the front, and I got that win, and then started fourth for the feature, and I was just going to run the middle to the top and just kind of take it easy there for a lap or two, and those guys got crossed up on the bottom, and so I just hammered down around the middle, and I knew the track was going to slick off and move up to the wall, so I was just kind of waiting for that to happen, and once that happened, I was checking out.
Yeah, no doubt that car was on rails. Have you had a night quite this good before?
It's been quite a while. Yeah, this one is one I won't forget. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. So, who do you want to thank for your drive to victory lane once again in the 88 machine?
I'd like to thank all the sponsors here: A&J Landscaping, Gears Unlimited, probably most of all here, Vitali Motorsports for the $10 weekly Pro Late Model winner, and Tight Lines Apparel. I'd like to thank those guys for supporting this series. I'd like to thank you, Joe, for doing the broadcast. As always, you're a lot of fun to watch, or a lot of fun to watch you commentate these broadcasts. I'd like to thank my teammates at AR Animal Racing. I'd like to thank my friends and family for watching, and my girlfriend Brittany.
Yeah, man. What's the weather like? I got to ask this. So, we're planning on heading to Kentucky sometime in the near future. As you know, my wife is from Mount Vernon. Went to high school at trying to think of what's the school in Evansville, the Catholic school.
Yeah, there's so many schools in Evansville.
God, I'm trying to remember. So she went to high school in Evansville. What's the weather like out there?
Currently, it's like mid 50s, 60s. It's really nice to be working outside, and I think Friday is going to cut off and get cold. I think it's going to stay cold for the winter. I think looking at a low in the 20s at night.
Oof, trying to prepare myself. It's right now 46 out here in California, and it's raining like crazy. So yeah, trying to prepare myself for that move. And when I get out there, man, and we get the real car, yeah, we're going racing. I'll take you along with me. We're gonna have fun.
Oh heck yeah, I'll definitely love to tag along for that. But yeah, bring your jacket when you come here.
Will do, man. Congratulations, 2 victories and 3 podiums for tonight, man. Hope to see you Friday night. Great job.
Yep, definitely looking forward to Friday.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is Top Tier Race League week number 2. So thank you all for tuning in. And we will see you on Friday night at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. So we will see you next time.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.